good. And I wanted to talk about it on Healthy Week here at NBC Universal because it is all about health. A handful of restaurant chains and supermarkets have figured out that a substantial number of people really do care about their health, and they've had incredible success by making good-tasting food or good organic products that are good for you. Take Panera Bread, Panera, PNRA, the quick-serve bakery chain that my vegetarian daughter clued me into many years ago because they make the healthiest salads. Everyone on her field hockey team ate there, even though it was miles away from where they practiced. I took her advice, started recommending Panera way back in July of 2008. It was trading at 46. I've been a fan of the stock ever since. It's rallied nearly 120 points, 259% gain. Thank you, Summit Field Hockey. Panera's been on a real roll lately, up 14% just in the last 3 months, but the stock has become more of a battleground as investors fret about how higher food costs could hurt the bottom line, and they worry about the stock's valuation, since Panera's traded 24 times next year's earnings. I don't think it's that expensive, though, given that the company has a 19% long-term growth rate, and the bulls see another leg of growth coming thanks to a bunch of new innovations to increase traffic through Panera stores. Companies testing out new ordering kiosks, as well as mobile ordering and rapid pickup. And these types of moves to make stores more efficient can usually lead to a big boost in same-store sales, which is how we measure companies in the restaurant business. Now, the company reports on October 23rd. So they're currently in the quiet period, meaning they can't talk about the quarter. But we can't have a healthy week without hearing from Panera. And that's why I'm thrilled to have Ron Shaich, the chairman, founder, and co-CEO of Panera Bread here with us tonight to talk about his company's longer-term prospects and the business of healthy eating in general. Mr. Shaich, welcome back to Mad Money.
Hey, Jim. Great to see you again. How you doing?
Great to see you, Ron. Now, let's cut right to the chase here. Panera has healthier food than a lot of other chains. When you try to figure out what the secret is to Panera's success, is that not the number one reason why you've broken away from the pack?
No, I think it's about the fact that people trust that when they come to Panera, they can be in control of their lives. They can do what they want. So Panera offers lots of options relative to health. If you're in a situation where you want to eat low calorie, you can get it at Panera. If you want high protein, you can get it at Panera. If you want to eat any number of ways, you can get it at Panera. And there's a lot of transparency about what we're actually doing. So Panera was the first chain, I believe, nationally to put up calorie information. That's about options and that's about transparency.
Now, demographically, there's a new generation coming. A lot of people feel the new generation isn't that wise. I think they Google everything. They know everything. What is your demographic of Panera Bread?
You know, it's interesting. Our average customer will run slightly older than what fast food typically does. It's more of a casual dining customer, somewhere between 25 and 50. They are folks that are willing to pay just a little bit more for something that has far greater quality. And, you know, when you think about the fact that our chicken is all antibiotic-free, all natural, when you think about the quality of the ingredients that we're using, people get it, they respond to it, they vote with their wallets.
Ron, I got a Panera nearby me in Brooklyn, and the place is packed. Yeah. And it's one of those places that has adopted this new technology. A lot of people, I've read some research recently that have been a little tougher on BMO Capital downgrade, Miller Tabak downgrade. I'm thinking if they're looking at the stores that I'm looking at, you can't get in them anymore because of the kiosks and because of this new mobile plan you have.
Yeah, you know, Jim, just more broadly, initiatives come and go. The reality is Panera is delivered because there's a stew of factors impacting the guest. The reality is Panera has been the best performing restaurant stock when measured over the last 10 years, when measured over the last 5 years, when measured over the last 2 years, and when measured year to date. So one never knows where the stock will be next week or next month. But I can tell your viewers, I can tell you we at Panera are committed to staying in the lead and delivering for our investors.
Now, a lot of people are concerned that I know it's quiet period, that would they look at the price of some of the stuff in the supermarket that's all going up because of the drought, and they're thinking Panera's got the same problem. They won't be able to pass on the price increases. They must be hurting.
Well, the reality is we're bought forward generally for 6 months to a year, so we have lots of room. What we care about is having visibility into the future so we can adjust prices. I think we see relatively modest inflation coming, and as we have in the past, we believe with our customer, those folks that are really, frankly, appreciate what we're doing for them, the quality of the ingredients, the quality of the food, the quality of the experience, we're able to pass on the very modest price increases that we need to take to maintain our margins or improve them.
Okay, Ron, you know, as I've talked to you many times, both on and off camera, I've got 2 vegetarian daughters who've helped me tremendously in trying to pick things, but I've also discovered that they are not alone. This trend is incredible. You go to colleges, there's now a vegetarian dining hall. There's almost always big, big offerings for vegetarian. I am hearing that you're going to do pasta next year, which is the other great thing besides salad that the vegetarians love. Is that going to be rolled out, or is that just a sample?
You know, Jim, we have a whole bunch of things in test, and we're very careful in commenting on anything that isn't been formally announced for rollout. But I think, as you know, we've been testing some forms of pasta for several years. Wouldn't surprise me to see it next year.
Fair enough. All right, the customer loyalty program, if you've got healthier food, it seems like that you probably have a following that is more loyal than the other guys. How's that working?
Jim, we've got 12 million members of the My Panera loyalty program. The reality is people love it. What it's about is giving people an opportunity to affiliate with Panera, and then it's essentially surprise and delight. So we find opportunities. We understand each of our customers individually because we can track the data, and we find opportunities to give them rewards that actually matter to them. It's been a wonderful, wonderful thing for Panera. It's created additional loyalty, and as well, it gives us the ability to talk to people in the way that they want to be talked about.
Well, terrific, Ron. Yeah, I think that Healthy Week and you agree. It is transparency, and it's the right to choose the healthy one.
Yes.
That's what people want.
Jim, I think you're like me, right? I have a vegetarian friends all over. You have your vegetarian daughters. There are days that I am very focused in being in control of my diet, how I eat. And I'll come into a Panera where I eat almost every single day. I'll have a soup and a salad for lunch. The soup will be nutritionally dense, be a vegetarian soup, and then I'll have a chopped Cobb salad. Again, 300 or 400 calories. I'll be eating high protein. I'll be eating low calorie. I'll be feeling great. There are other days that I'm going to come into Panera. It was actually yesterday. I had just that lunch, and I said, you know what? I said to my assistant, have him throw in a blueberry muffin. I'm just in the mood for that. And I think the reality is people are smart. Our consumers are smart. They make choices. They make trade-offs. When we treat them with respect, when we give them options, and then when we give them transparency so they can make decisions, we're really serving them, and that's what this is all about.
Simple solution that works for America. Thank you, Ron Shaich, Panera's chairman, founder, and co-CEO.
Thanks, Jim. Take good care, buddy.
Healthy Week. How about Profitable Week? It's been that way for Panera since we've been recommending it. Look, guys think the stock should come in. You know what I think. I think you buy it. Stay with Panera. Stay with Cramer.